Yo, what up guys? Harley here, back with another video for today. This one's a little more lore related. So as all of you know, Tomato Temple is here. And if you're like me, you kind of saw it and you were like, what's up with this? How does this fall into the storyline in the plot of Season 5? And why exactly is there a temple? So we'll start off explaining exactly what we learned from Viking Village. One, that things can be rifted from the past, through time, through space, everything, to another dimension here in Fortnite. Not only that, but not all of the village or area that gets rifted will actually come through, as you can see with partial missing buildings, just halves of places, and obviously people got rifted with it. So, here's what I believe happened with Tomato, with the Tomato Head. The Tomato Head got sent back in time to a more native group of people with, along with, now hear me out on this, along with Moisty Mire not being far away from it, if not right next to it. And these natives carved the stone tomato heads, built this temple, and from the looks of it, it could have been there a while. This is not just some of it is partial drift, or rift being transported, but some of it is like ruin style, where you can see the plants growing over the walls that have started to fall apart a little bit. So this temple has been there for a while. We don't know how long ago how long the Tomato Man was rifted into the past. Not only, when I say the Tomato Man, I don't just mean the Tomato Head. I believe the Tomato Man himself was rifted with the Tomato Head into the past. And the natives saw him, saw his just Tomato Head appear, saw the Tomato Man appear, and instantly thought, this must be from the gods. This must be a king sent to us from the gods. So they declare him their king, use the forks, knives, spoons, utensils, some things that rifted from the restaurant with him, and made him a crown, declared him their ruler, their deity, if you will, and now they worship the tomato for the Tomato Man and the Tomato Head, and they've declared him the king. So now that that happened and these people were following him, I believe when it rifted back, which for the time it was gone could be different from it might not have been there the same amount of time that it's been gone. What I mean by that is like the Tomato Head was rifted there to the jungle area, a more jungle moisty area, because the trees there, if you notice, those look just like the trees from Moisty Mire. That's why I believe that Moisty Mire wasn't far away, as well as you can see like moss growth on the brick and such, where they've built this temple. So for us, this temple has only been here for, a day, and the Tomato Head's only been gone for a month or so, something like that. But to the natives, while it was gone from us for a month, it could have been in the past for 50 years. And the original Tomato Head man could have died, and the one coming back could be his successor to the throne, the new King of Tomato. And come on, guys. Don't you love this? Honestly. Honestly, you can even see the native markings as they're painted on the tomato statue. So you know this was a native people that had found him when he rifted in. So now that the Tomato Head is back, now that the Tomato Man is back, or I'm sorry, Tomato King, along with many of his followers who obviously were rifted back with him, we're left with the question of how does he tie into the story and the road trip? Obviously, we have Drift, who through the road trip has been developing more of his powers, and you can obviously see with the lightning in his eyes that he has power. We have Ragnarok, the Endskin, where he obviously has that blue lightning and these powers. And then we have the Tomato King, who has 0 powers that we know of, but is obviously perceived to be a deity by his people, who I guess maybe his power is growing tomatoes faster. But anyway, we're left with now these 3 leaders, if you will, all in this season. We have no idea if there's even a conflict. So, who knows? But, if you like this, remember to like and subscribe. But, until next time, guys, GG's.